Hello dear friends, I welcome you to today's session. Now dear viewers, today we are going to start active and passive voice. Now what do we mean by this? Active voice is basically the sentence spoken by the speaker directly. Okay, if the subject is performing the action, then the sentence is written in active voice. And if the subject of the sentence is being acted upon by someone, or in other words, he is the receiver of the action, then the sentence is written in passive voice. Just to share with you an example, the teacher taught the children. Now here teacher is the doer of the action, so she is the subject. Taught is my verb and children is my direct object. But when we want to talk about object first, then there will be certain change in the sentence, and that change would be the children were taught by the teacher. Now how and what are the changes that are going to happen according to the tenses, that are we going to study now. So active voices, basically you should first understand how to identify the sentences in active voice or the sentences in passive voice. When the subject does something, it is active voice. Okay, like Ram killed Ravan. Here Ram is the subject, then we are putting a verb, so this is my active voice sentence. But passive voices, the focus is on the action. Okay, when we have object as the subject and we use the words like by, then it becomes a passive voice. Ravan was killed by Ram. Now how do we take care of the tenses? Let us see that. When we have a subject and in a sentence we have verb and object. Now how do we change it into passive? We will put the object first. The verb will be changed according to the rules which we are going to study just in a few minutes. And then we will provide the subject. Before that, by preposition will be added. Okay. Let us see that. Very common rule is, yes, this is a very good illustration. Simply take your subject, put it at the last. Simply take your object, put it at the beginning. The verb will change according to the rules of tenses and by word will be added. Now this we all know that when she is the subject, the object pronoun for she is her. That we have already studied in our earlier videos of pronouns. When him is the object pronoun, it will change to the third person subject place with he. Okay, it will be replaced by he. Now let us focus on changes. So I suggest you to please write this sentence somewhere, that yes, the teacher teaches the students, subject is teacher, object is students. When we change it into the passive voice, our object will become subject and subject will become object. Okay, like this. This example you people can copy. Diane eats pizza. Pizza is eaten by Diane. Okay, just copy this example everybody. Subject and object change, that we have already learned in our pronouns videos, but still a recap. I changes to me, we changes to us, you remains you at subject or object place, they becomes them, he, him, she, her, Ram, Ram, book, book. Like book means any kind of noun remains noun. Okay, so please you can write these changes also for yourself. Then this is a very important table. Let us understand this now. Whenever we have verb, which is present form of the verb, then in passive voice, it will be changed to past participle form and is or am or are will be added according to the subject. The example brings clear to us. He eats apples. Now here he is subject. Eats is my verb in present form. Okay. So I will make my object as my subject. So apples are eat. The third form of eat, past participle form of eat is eaten. And apples is a plural subject. So we will use are. Apples are eaten by him. Okay, we are just now focusing on verbs. So we are not showing you the words by him. Now similarly, when we have simple past tense form like he ate. So again, past participle form will be used and helping verb will become was or were according to the subject. Okay, like he ate apples. Apples is plural. So in past tense we will use were. Eaten is the third form. Okay. Next comes if your sentence in active voice is in present continuous tense. Like he is eating apples. So again the same rule applies. We will use, because it is a present kind of tense, we are going to use is or am or are. Third form of the verb, the addition thing will be being, because it is present continuous ing form is used. Okay. So apples are being eaten. The same applies to past continuous. Again you are going to use was or were. Third form of the verb, since ing is there, so we will add being in our passive voice. Okay, you can copy these 4 examples in your notebook for your learning. Yes, now this is a clear demarcation given. When we have verb write, it changes to passive voice is written. When we have is writing, it changes to passive voice is being written. Wrote is my verb in active voice. Was written will be the verb in passive voice. Was writing changes to was being written in passive voice. So please copy all these examples also for yourself, dear listeners. Dear viewers. Now let us see this thing. The students clean the classroom. So we will take our object classroom, put it in the starting. So it will become my subject in passive voice. The students is the subject in active voice. It will become the object in passive voice. Okay. So the classroom. Clean is the verb in present tense. So as we have just learnt, we will use is according to our subject. Classroom is singular. So is will come. Cleaned is my third form. Then I am going to add by and my agent. Agent means the object. Okay. It is the same thing that we have just done. Okay. You just need to see the examples. So copy the examples for yourself. Bees produce honey. Honey is produced by bees. Ants make anthills. Anthills are made by ants. We are fulfilling the task. The task is being fulfilled by us. They are exploring new areas. New areas are being explored by them. Someone broke the window yesterday. The window was broken yesterday by someone. Someone unleashed the dogs. This is past tense. The dogs were unleashed by someone. They were praising the girl. Past continuous tense is there. So the girl was being praised by them. They were taking pictures. Pictures were being taken by them. So it is just examples bring you more clarity that how we are going to change the tenses. Okay. Now this is one more example. My father waters the plants. Waters is simple present tense. So third form of water becomes watered and plants is my subject which is plural. So I am using are. Okay. My father becomes object and we just add the word by. Please copy the examples for yourself. A mosquito bit Paul. Bit is the past tense. So it will be changed to bitten, which is the third form. Paul is singular, so was will be used. Paul was bitten by a mosquito. Just simply interchange your position of subject and object. Again some examples. Someone cleans the office every day. The office is cleaned every day by someone. My boss doesn't ask me to work late. I am not asked by my boss to work late. So here why? Because me is my object. So it becomes I. Doesn't ask is simple present tense. So it will be according to I am will come. Third form is asked. And since it is negative sentence, so we are adding not. Okay. My boss was the subject. So we have changed it into object. Someone painted our house last month. Again, house will become subject. Someone will come at the last as object. Painted is past tense, so it will become was painted because house is singular. The noise did not wake me up. Me is my object here, so it will change to I as the subject position. I is singular, so we will use was. Since it is a negative sentence, we are using not. Wake, the past participle or third form is woken. I was not woken up by the noise is my subject. It becomes my object. So just go step by step. Change your subject to object. Change your object to subject. Add the word by in passive voice. Follow the changes of the tenses. So I'm sure you must have copied all the examples and especially those tenses detailing. So go through the video again to have a better understanding and do subscribe the channel for more videos. Take care.